Towers of Doom! Off we go. The Anti-Clown Association is going to face off against Squeal Team 6 in this series. We are down to the final 6 teams and we have a round-robin phase now at HGC, the Hanzo Genji Cup. Tournament held on the NA server to a bit more NA-friendly time. We have 4 NA teams and 2 European teams that are currently participating. That's what we whittled the pool down to. We had 2 qualifiers and a last chance qualifier. So in this case, we have 2 American teams going up against each other. The Anti-Clown Association on the left and Squeal Team 6 on the right. And Porky's Diablo gets banned immediately. So he actually did quite well with Diablo, specifically in one of the previous matches that they played on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Locked Cure down a couple of times. But now we're heading into Towers of Doom, which I believe we have so far not seen in the round-robin phase. And Diablo gets denied to him pretty much immediately. On top of that, we get Hogger banned, we have Maiev banned as well. And Lucio gets the axe as well. So, let's see what the teams can pull off here. I'm actually quite excited for this one. I want to see what Squeal Team 6 can do. And this is also in the round-robin the first time that we're seeing the Anti-Clown Association. He also qualified quite a bit early. So, yeah, NA versus NA. So, ping is not going to be a problem since the tournament plays on the NA server. It's obviously the Europeans that this time have been ping disadvantages. I talked about it earlier, by the way. So, the ping for the Europeans ranges between something like 140 for some of them to 250. Whereas most of the NA players seem to have a ping roughly around 40 to 49. Just to get you guys a little bit of a picture. So, Junkrat and Blaze picked early on Towers of Doom now, so we already have our top lane established. And it's actually quite interesting because somebody pointed out that Leo would be a good pick, and I think we haven't seen Leo yet in the round robin. We've obviously seen him in the qualifiers, but we had quite a few round robin games now too. And Leoric was banned, I believe, once or twice, but he was not picked. Sylvanas now as well, so we get Sylvanas and we have Janna. Yep, definitely got a bit of wave clear here. And Brightwing for the global assist with quick heals. But final bans now. They could ban the side lane now. They could now come in and just say, okay, what are we most worried about going up against Blaze? And again, it could be that ban against Leorki. He's really nice on that rotation, but they go for Urel instead. Okay, so Urel gets banned. Space Goat is out. Every single time that I see her now, I'm picturing her with a goatee. I think it's a lost opportunity. She needs a white goatee, and I look at that portrait and I'm thinking like, that would make perfect sense. So yeah. Stitches! Oh, a ban on Stitches, alright. Now I'm a little bit sad because I think we could have gotten Stitches. Not really a server that is playing Stitches a whole lot, at least not if you compare it to the European side, where Masquerade, for example, played on Towers of Doom Stitches over and over and over again. But I would have really liked to see some Stitches play. Let those hooks fly out of nowhere. Now, double pick Varian, taunt into Blaze Jet Propulsion with a very traditional Varian sniper combo lineup now. So yeah, Varian, Stukov, Blaze on top of that. I like it. Get that that lurking arm in as well, and see what they can do there. So the final 2 picks for the blue team, they obviously have to now they kind of know what they're dealing with. There's going to be very likely some additional burst damage for the red team. They go Lunara, they go Dehaka. They have some globals. They can start pushing with Dehaka. They can utilize Sylvanas here. Lunara poking from a distance and Kelsia. And that brings us the final pick of game number 1. So we are looking at totally all best of 3s in the round robin phase here. Obviously, once we're heading into the next final phase of the tournament, we are going to also add some best of 5s there as usual. But for this one, it is best of 3 city, and our final pick is Genji. I expected a bit of Mage Burst, but okay. Towers of Doom, map number 1, let's go. Game number 1 between the Anti-Clown Association on the left and Squeal Team 6. The blue team with Mason Blaze on the Haka. So already utilizing the global plus Roger on Sylvanas, so you can really try and push for some of these bell towers later on 2 lanes and trying to pin your opponent down a bit. Valama on Brightwing, we get Kelsey on Lunara, and got Filth on Jojo. And specifically Lunara is really one of those differences between the regions that we're getting these days. Played way more than she would ever be played on the European side. The red team with Porky, the leader of Squeal Team 6, playing Varian. We got Naz with the follow-up on his taunt with the jet propulsion, K-Dog on Junkrat, Nintori on Stukov, and Brandon on Genji. So with Junkrat and Stukov as potential follow-up for a lot of what we're getting from the rest of the team, you can really pin a target down for a very, very long time and try to destroy them here. So, yeah, it is definitely going to be interesting to see how they can play this and how they can utilize it as things continue. After level 4, when you get your taunt, you really want to make a few moves there. Talking about making moves, that's a kill. Nice. Jojo is down as Squeal Team 6 comes in with Genji and gets the kill. So, job well done. That's first blood. Porky's mega happy, he's double happy because A, he didn't pull a Lauba, so he didn't die, and then B, they also got the kill. So this is a true leader, you know. Leads his team to first blood, and then they're slowly starting to take the opponent down 1 hit at a time. Now, first objective is, of course, to go for your pumpkins. Then afterwards we're talking about altars very quickly, but it seems like both of the teams are totally fine to take their own pumpkin camp. Nobody seems to make any moves to invade. Maybe now? Nah, it just says hello a little bit, but is already too late in order to have an actual impact here. But level 4 is around in a moment. And then we are going to get some taunts, I suppose. And with taunts, you can start making your moves and follow up with, again, Junkrat, Stukov, and really try and murder some people. Which has to be the goal if you're playing this combo. I mean, again, you are playing this because the goal is you want to win some team fights, you want to snipe a couple of heroes. If that works, great. If you fail to do so, your opponent very, very likely will start walking all over you at some point. So, yeah, they gotta be on top of this. Level 4 is now in, and yep, let's see how far they can go with it now. All the way up towards the top, we have still the Harker on the side. Seems like the blue team has not really been deterred too much by losing one of their heroes early on in the game. Still fine. There's the taunt, and Lunara is fine. Brightwing helping out a little bit as they're trying to turn it. And Porky loses some hit points. Great jet propulsion though. Genji again trying to go for Lunara, but Bambi is fine. And Kels, yeah, got a lot of assists here. Good tong, but Porky survives. Damn, real close call between those guys. But now we have Sylvanas falling. Squeal Team 6 several times, mega low in hit points, but somehow able to all survive through this ordeal while taking out a hero in the process. All of this taking place basically underneath the 2 towers of the blue team. So huge success here for the Squeal team. And now we have the triple altar phase, and I guess they're gonna get 2 for free. Yeah, Nintori channels the bottom, Porky is channeling at the top, shots are being fired. And that is 8 points of the core. They're even trying to slow Sylvanas down a bit. Now, chances that they can actually... Hello? That's a kill. Sylvanas is dead! They're getting the counter kill though. Genji is also gone. But still, it was a really nice and aggressive start. Lunara is at the bottom of the map now. And they are apparently really trying to get this one. And they might... That usually doesn't happen, honestly. But with Lunara not joining, they are lacking the numbers currently. But Lunara, of course, gets value at the bottom of the map. The longer this fight lasts up at the top, the more Lunara can do down here. She's already about to take one of the towers out, but Nintori gets the channel. There's a chance we're going to get a 40-0 here. Now, I'm not saying there's a big chance, but there is a chance. Usually that gets shut down with the first objective. But since they had level 7 advantages, and now they're even taking Jojo, that's 4 kills to 1. Whew, okay, that's a bit of an unfortunate start for the blue team. I do not think that they're enjoying this situation too much. 5 kills to 1, half a level behind, losing all 3 altars in the first rotation. Yeah, that is not boding too well for the rest of the game for them. They gotta flip this a little bit. Because now control is taken by the Squeal team. and for good reason. So gotta be fairly careful on this. I mean, right now we got all the way up at the top. We're having still the Haka going up against Blaze and getting a few connects in here, of course, too. Voice connects, I mean, he's able to connect the Tong here. But 28 points on the core against 40. I'm a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. I have rarely seen a team not get a single altar in the first rotation. I mean, obviously the infamous 42-0 NA versus Europe game, but you never want to go full NA in a situation like this. Now Valamar at the top. Yeah, Valamar gets killed too. That's kill number 6. Now they have level 10. So now they have another huge talent advantage over the opponent with level 10 abilities. Another altar spawns. It's a given that they're going to get that. And they might be able to leverage team composition to also go for the bottom bell tower. Maybe not grab it and transfer it over, but they could start taking those hit points down and prep it for later on in the game. So I would be worried if I'm the blue team. 24 points on the core now. And they killed the kill at the top. Nice. They didn't even have level 10 when all of this started. So job well done. Nice start into this. And yeah, with Sylvanas they can at least pepper the towers and slowly start taking them down at least a bit. Genji arrived and was ready to defend, so it didn't stay overly long. But even a bit of damage is already, I don't want to say relief, but it's a step into the right direction at least. Now, 6 kills to 2. Take a quick look also at the damage board here for now. We're having 15,000 for Genji, 12,000 for Lunara. So, yep, Bambi is building up some damage too. All the way up at the top. Mason Blaze still. Again, he with the Haka could make a big difference later on in the game. And there's obviously also Brightwing to consider. So you have 2 globals that you can play around with. Yeah, Sharp not happening. Genji gets away. Stukov. Yeah, lurking arm. Where's that next taunt? 2 seconds left and he could go for another one here. They're going for the Haka and damn, the Squeal team, ladies and gentlemen. Squeal team is doing some work here today. And they're still not writing money picks. Somebody really needs to tell them. Every single time that I see them on their mounts, it's just sad. Like I'm gonna have a party here if one of the players finally realizes the awesome power that is the money pick and decides, you know, to go full on in line with their actual team name. This is what needs to happen here. But the double altar is up. If you're the red team, are you actually now trying? Like, are you actually now looking at a situation where you're like, let's just commit. Let's commit to the 40-0. Nah, they're not. They're letting this one go. Alright, alright. The shots are fired, and the core loses at least some. So, they pushed at the bottom of the map a bit and started to do more damage to the bell tower. The 40-0 dream has officially been squashed, but they are getting the bell tower at the bottom of the map. So at least getting that. And that's a 5 versus 4 situation. Big shove. Johanna is also gone. That's 8 kills to 2. And level 13 is now ready for them. So yeah, again, they're doing a great job with another follow-up kill on Brightwing. This entire sniper composition that gets currently played is doing wonders against the Anti-Clown Association. And coming back will not be easy. But this is a comeback map. It always was and always will be. Towers of Doom is the comeback map in the pool. None better than this. All you need is late game momentum, big late game team fight that changes the status quo, and then you can really be the one to try and take big control over those bell towers and then claim it. But for that, you also need to make sure that you're not losing heroes over and over again. And with that jet propulsion coming in, they nearly lost Sylvanas again. There's also the defense at the bottom of the map still happening, so that hasn't really changed yet. But yeah, it's a bit of a wild game. And it's only the starting map, obviously. With the next altar coming up, they want to hold this long enough so that they can capitalize on it with at least a channel. Because, yeah, that bell tower, losing it now would obviously more or less negate the... Oh! One money pick! One money pick! Chaotic, you're my man! You are my man! Fantastic!
Hail to the king, baby!
In all its glory. Finally. Squeal Team 6 has a money pick. How did I miss it? I apologize. Chaotic, big play. Big play. Clearly the best player on the team. 5 shots fired, but they lost Stukov, so they will have to give up the 3 shots that are now being targeted over. But yeah, chaotic, big play. Clearly the best player on the team. There's no denying it. So yeah, absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Now, 9 kills to 3. Still a level ahead. Nearly level 16. Bell Tower obviously is now being reclaimed at the bottom of the map. Since, yeah, it was a numbers advantage. You have Sylvanas in your lineup, so duh. But 16 is ready any moment. We have now 26,000 damage for Genji. 21,000 for Lulnara. So yeah, Bambi is going to try and slowly take over the top damage spot. But with the level 16 talents, the lead goes again to the red team, and they're nearly taking the bell tower in the middle of the map. That's definitely going to be the next goal for them. So yeah, they're going to try to claim that. Obviously, they also want to retake the bottom of the map. Bot lane is still the most important one. As usual, the rule of thumb is the lane that has most of the mercenary camps traveling through it is the most important lane on a map. And there's 2 pumpkin camps that are traveling through the bot lane here on Towers of Doom that can directly damage the core. Next phase is the triple altar phase, by the way. So if they're taking bell towers now, as they have done in the middle just now, it's going to be big if they can win the fight as well. And Jojo is down. Level 16 is ready for the blue team, but it's too little too late. Johanna is already gone. She's down for 30 seconds. And the Haka falls as well. This is going to be real tough. If they get all 3 of the altars, then it's already game. But even if they just channel 2, it would be single digits for the blue team. And a big lead in this for Squeal Team 6. So the Squeal team is, I mean, absolutely in the driver's seat. Junkrat is channeling at the bottom of the map. All the way up at the top right, it's going to be Blaze, and they want to fight for this one as well. It's a 5 versus 3 right now, so they are starting to make their play here. And with them killing Luna, I think this is game. They are just farming them. It's staggered deaths that the association has to deal with. Nintori is now channeling. They gotta interrupt it. Junkrat is at the bottom of the map. I don't even know why, honestly. It probably just thinks he doesn't make it towards the top in time. They already have 5. He's finally starting to move. I think he could have made that move so much sooner to help him out here. Now it's a 4 versus 5 and only 20 seconds for Lunara to be back. But the attacks, they still keep coming here. Junkrat is now part of the fight. So it's a 5 versus 4, and if they get this channel, then game number 1 is over and out. Yeah, Jojo interrupts again. Middle of the map. I mean, if they get this one, then they can also just fight another day. And this is actually what Sylvanas is trying to do. Yeah, Sylvanas is trying to get them this one. And they will stop it for now. So it's 5 points on the core against 33. The channel has still not happened on the altar, but even if it does now, the game isn't over right away. It would be down to a single point on the core, obviously difficult to recover from. We have seen it happen on this map. I'm calling this a comeback map for a reason. We have seen that happen more than once. So, yeah, there's the next attack coming. They go for Porky, and he's gone. I'm actually relieved that he died. It wouldn't be a Squeal team game with Porky not dying at least once. So I got a little bit worried here. If they would have, you know, just won the game there, that meant that Porky played a game without dying even a single time, and that wouldn't be a Squeal team game. He needs to die at least once. That has now happened, so now they are officially allowed to potentially win the game. Unless, of course, they are now throwing with both hands and allow the blue team to make a comeback. Who can still leverage the Haka as a global. And the experience gap is actually pretty small at this point. Yeah, Stukov gets killed. Guys, I'm just saying, there is momentum all of a sudden. There's quite a bit of momentum for the blue team. I talked about it a second ago. If you get late game momentum on Towers of Doom, you can turn things around and make a strong case for a comeback. And we might look at exactly that. 12 kills, 2-5. The Anti-Clown Association is slowly bringing this back. They have 5 versus 3 bell towers. Makes it a bit easier for them. But they're also down to 5 points. 5 to 29. So, yeah, Stukov is not back. So that's a problem. And they're losing another bell tower. Is this really happening? Oh, Towers of Doom. Every time. Every time. So, yep, there it is. They retake the bottom. but also the boss is now being taken. Now, one of the main reasons why they're actually going for boss here is because they need to remove it as a tool for the red team. That's super important right now. You need to remove that as a potential tool for your opponent to end the game. They even have the early level 20, which is of course kind of funny when you think how the most of the game has actually gone. But yeah, level 20 is there. Shots are being fired soon, TM. Level 20 for the red team still. I mean, they're trying to buy themselves a little bit more time. Even the passive experience trickle should allow them to grab it. But the channel is about to happen. Right wing, okay, had to recover. Genji is gone just as they're getting level 20. Genji is dead. Stagger deaths. It's a disaster. No way. Goodbye, Stukov. Stukov is gone. The Anti-Clown Association leveraging Sylvanas to dive past the bell tower. And it seems like the comeback might actually be happening. Uh-oh. This is bad news. They're trying to retake at least the bell tower in the middle, so they're still going for a trade in bell towers here. Gotta do something with that. So yes, bell tower is taken, but shots have been fired. Now we're down to 19 points against 5. 19 points on the core against 5. Still a massive lead, but it is shrinking quickly. We were at 5 to 33, and now they're trying to retake at the bottom of the map. So things are getting really intense here. They're getting very intense. And the problem that the red team still has is that they're always down at least one of their heroes. Every time they seemingly bring back the 5th, someone just dies. Pumpkins are now starting to make it through. Genji is back. Stukov isn't here yet. Should be making it in a moment. And then maybe they can finally do something. But the bottom bell tower is also under trouble. And once that the Haka has taken the Pumpkins, I think they're going to grab it. And there's Porky dead. Stukov has just respawned, is just here, and now Varian is dead. It is a stagger death after stagger death. They're essentially playing a 4 versus 5 the entire time here. Every time when a hero comes back and would put them into a 5v5 again, someone else falls before they can muster the entire 5-man. So yeah, it is an utter disaster. All the bell towers have now been claimed with the exception of one. The one in the middle, and if they can even start the barrage, then of course it would be even worse. I mean, full on 6.5 out of 10 moment here for the blue team. Single altar right now, so it's the only one, but they want the middle. They want the barrage, they want the middle, and they can always go down to the bottom of the map with either the Haka or with Brightwing. I mean, even if they couldn't get the mid lane locked in here. So yeah, down to the bottom of the map. Already, we have them slowly moving in. It's going to be 6 shots fired if they grab them here. Which is, of course, solid for them. Just solid. Putting them down to 13, and then they're really in reach. And if they can now, maybe, after all, claim this. Now it's a 5 versus 5. Shots are fired. 13 to 5. They're retaking at the top. They're losing the middle. Junkrat is peppering the bottom with grenades. So he's trying to retake that. Yep, no barrage is started. They control 2 now. This is actually a bit of a meme. This one is still mega low. Damage output, 62,000 for Junkrat, 47,000 for Lulnara. So, yep, Bambi sitting tight there. Okay, they're still trying to reclaim that. They could. Now it's finally a 5 versus 5. This game could have been, I mean, honestly, it felt like this one could have been over ages ago. But right now, we're getting some real action. Because the Squeal team does not want to give up on this. They're like, yeah, we kind of screwed up, but now we can maybe do something about it. Topside, once that Mason Blaze gets that bell tower, it's going to be a barrage. That's what Blaze moves into the middle and is starting to retake that because they know that they're going to be in trouble soon. They have to retake something, and they're currently doing the best they can in order to make that happen, but boah, tough times. Really, really tough times here. And yeah, this is a double altar phase. They retake the bottom, they're retaking in the middle. Seems like they're starting to stabilize a little bit. Maybe the red team is still able to make this happen. Maybe they still got a chance here. They are certainly trying. Big question is, can they? This is, I mean, this is where the game is likely decided. That's going to be the big fight. Double altars up, 4 versus 4 bell towers. This is the chance. Boss is gonna be up in 6 seconds. And Mason Blaze already got this one. Oh, they're down to a single point. They're not diving in. 1 point to 9. And they go for the boss. What is the blue team doing? They're stuck at the bottom. No, not like this. Oh my god. How can you lose the game like this? GG, and it's over. The Squeal team takes the lead. Well done.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
So, game number 1. Interesting ending. Honestly, I would really like to know what happened there. If they just brain farted and didn't have the map awareness to realize that the boss was coming up. Genji was at the bottom and keeping them busy, I suppose, so I guess when they were trying to slowly move towards the top, he also slowed them down. But the fact that they just lost the game in that fashion was crazy. I mean, they did such a great job to come back. They nearly had it, and then it's the fight over the 2 altars. Each team says like, alright, you take it, and the boss comes up, gets simply taken, they're too late, and that's the end of the game. It feels like everything they did to get to the point where they had a chance of actually winning the game, after recovering from a 5 versus 33 situation, they just threw it away. So maybe it was a lack of map awareness, maybe it was just simply brain farting a little bit, whatever it was, it must have felt insanely dissatisfying to lose the game in that fashion. So I kind of feel for them a little bit. Now, obviously, Squeal Team 6 is ahead now, and they have a chance to win this with a 2-0 in the round robin. All of this obviously leading into the finals, then funneling in there. But yeah, I'm very curious what exactly they are going to be doing now. Because again, now you can make your move, you can start to go for the 2-0. The blue team has to somehow try and bring this back a little bit and just say like, okay, we still got this. We can still win this one, we can come back into it. First game wasn't really an utter disaster, so we still have an opportunity here, but yeah, it's just mind-blowing to me how the first game ended. So, can the entire Clown Association force game number 3? Yes, no? Or are we gonna get Squeal Team 6 with another big one here on Aldrich Pass, which is an insanely popular map on the NA server. This map gets played here way more than I thought it would. So, yeah. Kind of funny also that the Anti-Clown Association kind of clowned around in the late game there just a bit. So, yeah, they should take their own name a little bit more serious. We get Blaze and Junkrat again for the Squeal team. Chaotic is my man now. He is the only one that runs the money pick here, and again, Squeal team with Porky. Porky in particular, it is a crying shame that he doesn't have a money pick. You have the name, you created the team, and then you're not running the... I don't know what to say there. Brightwing again, and also Sylvana. So they really seem to like those two as a core of the composition that they're playing. Diablo is still banned, by the way, so they're still getting rid of Diablo, and they're also eliminating Stitches in before we're getting another variant pick by the Squeal team. It's a bit of a different map, it's way bigger too. But yeah. Working game number 1, let's do it again. Can they though? Well, they can, but will they? But it's kind of funny that Dibbles is just being banned out against him time and time again. Well, definitely debating it a bit, and there's Rhaegar, ooh, and Muradin, okay. Rhaegar and Muradin. Seems like Porky wants to go for his Haymaker plays again. That's at least what it looks like. Give me that Haymaker. Not so sure about that, but alright. So, double pick for the blue team to finish out their draft for game number 2. Obviously, they need to win 2 in a row now if they want to walk away with a victory here in their start into the round robin. But yeah, we get the Haka again, and Arthur. What? Arthur's main tank? Okay. Yeah, we're definitely on an A. Maybe you see them in a madness on Europe, but yeah, they are definitely regional changes. So they have a triple front line. They got Hogga, Dehaka, and Arthas. But Arthas as main tank with your opponent not even having picked, let's say, Grey main is highly interesting. It's pretty cool though. And we get Falstad as a counter to Dehaka. So ladies and gentlemen, Outright Pass map number 2 between the Anti-Clown Association and Squeal Team 6. Let's go. Game number 2, match point number 1, the Anti-Clown Association on the left in blue with Mason Blaze on Dehaka. We got Valamar on Brightwing. And, well, right now we have Roger on Sylvanas again, got Filth on Arthas, and Kelsia is playing Hogga in game number 3. So, big question of course. How are they going to manage now? We have Porky on Muradin for the red team. A victory here would be pretty nice for them. And around Robin, obviously, we want to perform well and yeah, get the moves on. But right now we're getting Nintori on Rhaegar, Chaotic on Junkrat, Brendan on Falstad, and Naz is playing Blaze. So, let's go. Let's see what the team can do. We have Sylvanas now down at the bottom of the map. There's Roger in Cambodia. Roger is moving in and trying to take one of the towers down. Dehaka is all the way up at the top already. And they're just simply making their move over here in the middle. So yeah, everybody's just... Oh, Sylvanas! Careful, girl. A little bit spicy there for a second for her. But yeah, anyways, we have Arthas with the Howling Blast. Talon on level 1 is going to start to stack this up. They have the triple front line with Dehaka and Hogga coming in to help them out. On the other side, just a double front line, typical side laner plus main tank. In this case, Blaze. I'm already dreading the Haymaker pick from Porky again. I personally am a much bigger fan of going into Avatar. And usually it seems like the better option for Muradin, with very few exceptions. But then again, we'll see how they are going to perform here, what they can actually do. We now have over on the right side of the map the camp already taken. The blue team does the same thing. Losing the last game the fashion they did must have hurt a bit, but at least they're starting the game with a kill against Blaze. So they're getting first blood over here. Good for them. Grab first blood, lock that in, and let's see if they can properly follow up on that, force game number 3, and make that work. Will be our first 3-mapper actually in on the first play day here. So far we had, just because of the pairings and how the teams matched against each other, a lot of 2-0 wins there. And some of the favorites have of course also joined, which then immediately led to them showcasing pretty significantly why they are in the group of favorites. So yeah. Talking about pressure and making moves in the middle now after losing Blaze earlier. Lots of pressure against that wall. Gate destroyed, plus the tower's taken out. Kudos, not bad. Nice little move by the red team. So starting to also make some global plays with Falstad, rotating him down to the bottom of the map very quickly after this, that they're not losing out on any experience. Slightly behind, not by too much. Oh, that was a neat little move against Roger, but Sylvana's able to escape. But definitely a bit of an adrenaline push for her. Yeah, that looked dangerous for a second. Anyways, they are fine. We have still only a single kill in the game, and Blaze is trying to burn things to a crisp. Scott Filth is already now anchoring the play here. Muradin comes in. Yeah, Stormbolt does not get dodged. Oh, zoning Stormbolt. Heavily focused zoning Stormbolt over here. So, yeah. They go for Blaze and they take him down again. Blaze dies for the second time, no counter kill. And that CC control that they have is actually looking pretty darn good now. So, very nice control from the blue team, and they're able to pick up a second kill. Could argue that they got a little bit mad after game number 1. I would not blame them at all. But the question still remains, what exactly can their opponents do? Are we going game 3? Is this a 2-0 victory? Right now, yeah, I've got Phil still trying to connect those Howling Blasts. Level 7 is kicking in for everyone. We haven't seen a play for the objective yet. Skullcracker for Muradin, of course. So this is also going to help a little bit with just the general control during these fights. And honestly, Brandon, I mean, there's going to be a couple of heroes that are making a move for him, but generally speaking, Falstad is kind of fine. There's no Zeratul, there's no Genji. Still shouldn't overdo it here. The top lane, they are trying to put Sylvanas in a spot where she can take them structures down. And Blaze likes dying. This is the third time that Blaze died. Blaze is the only one that just gets absolutely murdered here, time and time again. Whenever Blaze pops his head out, they're coming in with another kill. So Blaze is just going full murky over here. You're dropping a bunker, dude, not an egg. It's different. It's not the same thing. So yeah, Blaze having a bit of a tough time and having some real problems. Now, we're having still more structural damage done at the top. So they're coming in here, trying to take some towers out too, capitalize on the fact that they were able to get some kills in. Also, Sylvanas now at the bottom of the map has to deal with Muradin as he comes in to try and take her out. But generally speaking, it's again a 2v1. Rest of the team rotates over. Mana's running out. Sylvanas gets away again. Rhaegar wanted to go in for another bite, couldn't get it. Now Falstad gets killed at the top. And the Anti-Clown Association is absolutely crushing it. Now they are coming in and they're doing some serious work here. So this is looking better and better and better for them. Heroic abilities are now up. That gives us isolation. We get the Wailing Arrow, Army of the Dead, and the Horde of Bolt. But yep, they're looking better and better here. And it's really time for the Squeal team to kind of stabilize a bit if they want to have a chance to walk away with a 2-0 victory here. Because right now, they are having issues. Now at least... Avatar! Love it! Muradin with Avatar. No playmaker game this time. They have level 10 now. So previously they also suffered the fact that level 10 wasn't available. But now level 10 is ready. So now here's your chance. Here's your moment where you can start making a few extra plays. 4 kills to 0. That needs to change if you want to have a shot of winning this with a 2-0. It's kind of fascinating still that nobody has gone for the objective. Fully ignored. Nobody cares. Level 10 already. And nobody has made a move for it. Everybody is just sitting there like, we don't really... Nah, we don't care. That's fine. Whatever. So, yeah. With that now done, we have at the bottom of the map, another jump. Muradin misses the Stormbolt, zones it out again. Roger gets attacked, careful. But Howling Blast came in, and Arthur so far has been doing a lot better in the game than I expected him to. So, yep, Arthur's actually doing pretty okay here. So, right now, we have him again moving towards the middle, always with his 2 side characters here. The sidekicks with Hogger and with Dehaka. When Dehaka joins. Arthas is clearly Batman, by the way. Who's Robin? Is Hogger Robin or is Dehaka Robin? I think it's Hogger. What do you guys think? Ancestral connects. Nice. Falstad. Okay, Falstad flies in. No! I don't even know if that was intended. Did he intend to hit that Wailing Arrow on Falstad, or did he intend on hitting it on someone else and just connected it there? I honestly don't really know. Let's check this out. Did he see him fly in? Yeah. Okay, they actually noticed it. They noticed it in time, and then he got immediately silenced and just died. Flew straight into the entire team. Sylvanas instant reaction, and then they get a lot of chicken. So, Falstad not only flying into the wrong spot, but also an opponent that pays attention. Yeah. Nicely done. 5 kills to 0 now. And they are getting more done by the second here. So doing better and better and better. Good on them. The birdie is a little bit upset right now. That's a bird with an identity crisis at this point, or at least some self-esteem issues, and I would have them too. After a mistake like that, you're just sitting there like, oh my god, what have I done? Can I redeem myself? And time will tell. We don't know yet. And one thing that I can definitely tell you is that the game is not going well for them. They're not massively behind. They haven't lost structures yet. They haven't lost objective yet. But they have also not gotten a single kill. Maybe, nah, not even now. So, yeah, no kill here yet either. Bird still side laning and getting value for them. But they're in a rough spot. Middle of the map, they're pulling in. Riptire to clear the wave and shut that push down. Also by now with 31 stacks. I mean, obviously he's also working towards the late game with that. We scaling, boys! Even without Cure. But Filth, they want him and they just can't get him. Ancestral at Mirrodin, isolation! Ah, he gets in the bunker. Well, Stormbolt misses because the Haka has enough awareness to quickly burrow. They really want to kill now, don't they? But they don't get one. But they're getting massively aggressive, so yep, they're doing their thing. I kind of like the way that they were really trying to get that kill. They went for Arthur's, but he is nearly unkillable here. Didn't even pull the army or anything. So half a level of a gap, which is kind of surprising, honestly, if you see how many more kills they have. But I guess the globals really play a big role here too. So then again, Naz is now sitting tight here. He had massive problems in the early game. I mean, just look at his death count. He died 3 times. Falsa twice, Blaze 3 times. 26,000 damage puts Blaze, funnily enough, into the top damage numbers. Okay, Junkrat has taken over again. Slight lead here, but really nothing big. And Junkrat gets killed by Hogger. Kill number 6 and now level 16 talents. The Anti-Clown Association is apparently done clowning around. And it seems that they might be able to tie this series. I kind of still keep jumping ahead here, is because it just feels like all the momentum is in the hands of the blue team and they're making all the big choices and all the moves, and every time they're in a fight it starts to get dangerous, the opponent has to retreat. So that's mostly why I'm saying this, but then you look at the minimap and to be honest with you, there's not a single fort that has been taken out. They grabbed the first objective, which is nice, but they need to do a whole lot more if they really want to push into a position where they, you know, can get a massive lead that would help them to essentially win the game here. So we're not there yet, but I think this is going to happen now. They have Sylvanas in good position at the bottom of the map, where they're getting the hit in here. The question with that then will be, if, for example, we're gonna get with the objective another fort destroy, that would be the second one. And I suppose they can. They should be able to, at least. The Haka, maybe not at the top, but they're moving into the middle now. And for their opponents, for the Squeal team, I mean, they're squealing away over here. Because they're getting poked a lot. Yeah, Falstad was looking for maybe a gust angle. Now it's to retreat, just buys them time. Just tries to get Sylvanas off that fort and saves that. So the fort is about to go down though. And up at the top lane, and the Haka nearly the same thing. So this one is also very, very, very low. In the middle, they're not even making a move. Sylvanas is now rotating over. The red team is already rotating in as well. Jet propulsion is done, dodged, and they still can't get a kill. They're just unable to get kills. Nothing. Nada, niente, niet. They're not able to get a single kill, as it seems. They had several attempts where they were just like hammering people into the ground, trying to. Now at the top, they're about to lose another hero, aren't they? Ancestral comes out, but he doesn't have bunker ready. Blaze is gone, the fort destroyed. The Anti-Clown Association, ladies and gentlemen, is really bringing the pain. You go for boss, all the forts are destroyed. Every single fort has been wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. So, how do you recover from this? I honestly don't really know what they can do. They need to win a team fight, and they haven't gotten a single kill this game. Need to absolutely do something, but I just don't know what they can do. Bottom fort is at least gone. That's something. The boss is taken. They haven't taken the counter boss, so it's not like we're seeing a play for play here. Mirrodin is now sitting all the way up at the top. I'm trying to deal with this slowly and steadily. But yeah, it's the blue team that just makes move after move. Your next objective is coming up. They can go for the second boss down at the bottom of the map, which is basically what they're now doing. So So yeah, make these double boss plays as well. Set that on lane. Falset will have to deal with that too. He's already occupied battling it out with the one at the top. And now that the prisoner camp is coming in, and at least the red team is taking some structures. They took the fort at the bottom of the map, now they're moving into the middle to try and take the next one. So if they can destroy this one too, it would be neat. But we also have level 20 now coming up for the blue team, and that gives them storm talents, and there's a massive gap that has to be bridged by the Squeal team. So the blue team, they have all the trump cards in their hands. So yeah. Level 20 is ready. They go for the objective. They get the anti-magic shell now. And the boss is down at the bottom of the map and has to be taken out. The Anti-Clown Association is looking very, very strong here. And I don't even think that once that the cavalry is there, we have a chance for the red team to get their own level 20. Just don't have the experience to soak in that time frame. So even more problems for them. Even more problems. Right now, it feels like a very controlled game from start to finish. And all is happening with Arthur's. Arthur's is back to business, Nene. Doing amazing for them here. Yeah. Here comes the cavalry. Objective is taken. The Haka is still at the bottom of the map, escorting some more minions in. 2 forts down, at least, on the blue team side. But this is now the big one. So, what can they do here? Because this might cost them... Oh, actually, Blaze. Talking about what can they do here. Seems like Blaze is gonna die again. No! He's not having a good game. 5 times that he died now. Falstad is dealing with the Haka at the bottom of the map. Rhaegar's helping out there too. But now it's a 5 versus 4, so not only are you in a position where you have lost a hero, but it's all happening around the objective. So bottom keep is at half HP. In the middle they're using Sylvanas to break through the gates. So, yep. Can they take a full keep here? That would be the dream now. Remove those armor shields. This is essentially what you're trying to do. Remove the armor shields from the core and make your play there. So they're going down to the bottom of the map. They're going for a 2-pronged attack. 2 heroes up at the top, the rest down at the bottom. 20 seconds until Blaze is back. So they're really missing one of their key heroes, and I think they're giving up on that top keep. They realize they will lose at least one. So yeah, top keep is likely going to go down now. It's a 2 versus 1 as Falstad is the only defender. And now down at the bottom. They are keeping them at bay for now. But the top keep is gone, so that's the first armor shield removed from the core. Meaning that given, depending on the circumstances, you can make a play for core. Highly likely that they're going to wait for a second keep to be destroyed before they are making any of these moves. But yeah. So, what else? I mean, right now, it's at least 20 versus 20. This would be quite the comeback. Can you imagine for a moment the red team now coming back again? I mean, honestly, if they're now winning this, then you might look at a situation where it's just like, alright boys, it's just time to uninstall. Imagine the blue team losing again. That would be kinda funny. All of a sudden, you know, your opponent just takes it down once more and you're just sitting there like, oh my god, you gotta be joking. But, yeah. It's all fairly slow now. So everybody is just checking what they can do, if they can push the lanes out a little bit, safeguard the keeps. Objective is coming up. Not a single kill for the red team. Feels like a given that they're going to lose this game, but I have thought at times on map 1 that they would lose it, and they just turned it. So here comes the Gust. Yeah, trying to isolate Arthas a little bit. That didn't really work out too well for them. Bunker! Oh! Yeah, they are retreating here. Good heals, but I don't think it's good enough. So Hogger! Finally killed! There it is! Hogger's down! They get a kill! That's worth a round of applause. They get a kill, and you know what? They're getting 2! Is this the comeback? Don't tell me this is happening again. If they're winning now again, that would be insane. Late game, finally, they're pulling it off. Oh, but I like that. Thing is, I don't know if it's gonna do enough. Also, they sniffed it out. You can't end with the boss alone. Not with so many armor shields. Game 1 plays again. No! Okay, this time Nas doesn't die. But they're actually fighting this. Falstad is the only one that goes for the objective at the bottom of the map, as it seems, and he's a little bit slow to this one too. So Sylvanas is now starting to move in. No? Okay. So Falstad is going to try and claim this. They are trying to cover their bases. They want to make sure that the opponent doesn't get a boss. They want to get the objective, which I suppose they are... actually, they're not guaranteed to get it. They're getting very close, but I wouldn't say that they're guaranteed to grab it. And we're only 20... well, we're 20 minutes in, so you could really bring this back here. So he's interrupting and interrupting. They are not contesting this. I thought they would just move in. They had some vision at the top, but nope, they're letting this one slide. So off we go. We get the Raiders. Guys, this could hurt. Keep in mind, 2 of the forts are gone, so you're going for keeps now too. The game could actually switch. Totally change momentum here. If they can keep everybody alive. The next team fight is going to be a big part of this. So right now, we're going to get the Raiders. Top lane, not really that big of a concern. It's more about what's happening in the middle and what's happening at the bottom. Falstad is now flying in. He's trying to help everyone out. Walkie, quick jet propulsion, Gust! They're forcing the fight, wind tunnel, and Hogger gets deleted. Absolutely deleted. Perfect angle from Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Big one, big gust, big kill, and now the chance to go for keep. Now the chance. So, this keep is likely gonna fall. The Haka's already busy at the bottom of the map. Top 4 should fall too. If they can get follow-up kills, there's the jet propulsion, they might be able to get more. The keep is destroyed. Keep is already destroyed. The Haka is dealing with the bottom of the map. They need to try and remove a second armor shield. You can't end the game. Well, you can, but it's very unlikely, and it only happens rarely. So here they can make their move. It's 25 seconds until Hogger is back. So they're looking for another kill. Jet propulsion. Big stun. Riptire gets destroyed. They're getting more damage at the bottom keep, and I think they're going to get this one too. With 2 keeps destroyed, it would mean that they can technically go for the core at any point when they're getting some kills. They want Arthur's. They can't get him. Muradin jumps in. Careful. Uh-oh. Contagion misses. They're isolating Arthur's and they kill him. This is insane. The Anti-Clown Association might just lose it again. 2 armor shields are gone. They're going for bottom boss. They're going for bottom boss to end it with the bot lane boss. They are in vision. Arthur's is down for 47 seconds. They know that the play is being made. I think they're going to try and race it. There's no way you can race it. There's absolutely no way. This is not happening. I don't understand. One team has 2 armor shields removed. The other team has still 2 on their core. These guys are a lot slower. These are much, much faster with their boss. And then you have Falstad that could also, if there is a race, and if you are in danger of losing it, they could just jump back and simply, yeah, use Gust. They gotta defend. They cannot push. They're not gonna push. They actually let the boss leash. They're realizing it too. It's gonna be a 5 versus 5. So, yeah. Stormbolt misses, but this is a big chance. If they can get another Gust isolation here, that would be massive. Hogger already a bit low. Kelsia. Oh no! 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 Not like this! Not like this! Stun into stun. They harken. No way! They Haka, Hogger, Arthurs. They're all dead. It's game. It's game. 5 versus 2. Squeal Team 6 with a 2-0. They did it again. The Comeback Kings. They made it happen and they take down the Anti-Clown Association. Unbelievable. GG. Incredible. Seriously.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.